So another part of communication is what we call pragmatics. Pragmatic rules are what help us make sense of language and help us understand the messages as we receive it. Pragmatics is a branch of linguistics that focuses on language and context in which the language is used. For this class, we won't go too much into pragmatics. But it really comes down to how we understand a message. And not just that, how we build our message in order to send it. So a short phrase like "see you later" can have various meanings depending on the tone and even body language of the speaker. And in some cases, as one of the examples, it's important that the receiver understand that message as well. So for example, "see you later" can mean "I hope I never see you again." I might say, "Ugh, see you later." Or it might mean "I'll see you at our prearranged spot." And in this case, the receiver of the message kind of needs to be aware of that already, right? It might say, "Okay, see you later." Or "see you later" could just mean bye. All right, see you later. And so the why of message construction, which is the reason behind messages, the reason behind the language that we use, is important. And it's a prerequisite, it's a requirement for effective communication. That's just generally speaking. So effective communication is having a goal, a reason behind the statement that's being made. The goal of my lecture today is to communicate different parts of communication and how they're influenced by our personality, our culture. And so I have a goal in imparting this information to you. And because I have a goal of you understanding, I'm delivering my message in a different way than maybe I would be speaking to a colleague or someone who is not even in this class. I'd speak to them much differently. And so for interpreters, understanding intention is key to interpretation choices. It's a big deal. This is how we understand and make our own interpretation choices. If I don't understand the message, then I'm going to deliver a wonky interpretation, right? We have to remember an interpreter is using context to understand the intended message. And part of that context is to understand who and where and part of the message, because it all influences our interpretation choices. And something else. There are powerful and powerless interpretation choices that we might make. And to be clear, a speaker or a signer might be using powerful and powerless speech. But I want us to think about there are speakers who consistently include these features and may come across to someone as lacking confidence. And we have to remember that an interpreter lacking confidence can influence the perception of the person they're interpreting for. And so if it's, imagine the interpreter, the one who's lacking confidence, maybe the consumer, the deaf consumer, is thinking, wow, that hearing presenter is really not confident. Or the reverse, the opposite. Maybe the hearing person might think, wow, that deaf person is not very confident. But really, that whole time, It's the interpreter that's the one who's not confident. So our choices and the way we deliver message is really important. And I'll stop there for today.